It's your favorite girl, a true lady, and you already know what I'm doing. Spilling everyone's tea but my own. And today we are spilling 2wicee tea.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here, girl.
I'm glad
Yes.
we were able to link up because we have to talk about this project. We have to talk about you as an artist and anything else you want to spill your tea on.
Okay, period.
So how did you acquire the name 2wicee? Like why?
Because I do
Why?
everything twice.
Okay.
I'm
I
always
know
second
this. I
guessing
kind of heard
myself.
some of that in your album. So okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so yeah, I look at it as a flaw and it's a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
I think twice all the time. I always have to go back and I'm blessed to be able to do that. I like to think. So why not?
Yeah. I understand it because sometimes it's good to just actually take that time, take that moment to either double check or think about it. So I totally understand.
Definitely. Definitely.
So what stood out to me not only was your name 2wicee, but you released the Christmas album 222, and I was like, those numbers are very significant. So why are they significant to you?
Well, twos are like, that's my thing. I'm twice,
Yeah.
So like this year, since it was 2022, we wanted to create content for each month on the 22nd. We posted every month on the 22nd. We haven't skipped a 22nd at all, the year 2022. And I dropped my album on December 22nd, 2022. So the content we had released up to the, December 22nd, we had the build up going. So that's
Right.
really what the significance of the 222s are. We just really wanted 2022 to be that year for us. This project we've been working so hard for,
Mm-hmm.
and it was better than, starting now than later. So we're
Exactly.
ready.
The album is your middle name.
Hmm.
Why did you choose that to be your album title?
Because I have an alter ego.
Don't we all?
So like when I first started, like I was making these cute little love songs, writing these cute little love songs. I'm like, I'm older now. I'm grown. Like my alter ego, I'm ready to pop out with something different, something nice and seductive, sexual, all of the stuff we like as adults. So I decided to take my middle name, which is a part of me as well, and
Mhm.
express that I have an alter ego, and that's what my alter ego is. It's Yonae. So
So how often does your alter ego come to light? Like when is she in the driver's seat?
all the time, swerving and all. Seriously though, no, like it's like my alter ego is becoming me. Like
Yeah.
it's like my thing now. Like I am Yonae and I'm twice.
Okay, because no, seriously, I really can relate to you on that because it's like
Mhm.
sometimes it's a true lady, and then sometimes it's me, Kim, and a true lady is
Uh-huh.
like, no, we here, baby, we here to stay.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Hey.
Let's feel the tea. I'm ready.
All right, so you definitely have some powerful songs out there. YDKAU,
Mhm.
CPSVN, and Something About You. Now, Something About You, it stuck to me. I was like,
For
oh,
real?
I relate
Oh,
to this song.
yes.
What was the inspiration behind that song for you?
Being in love.
Mm-hmm.
Having that somebody that make you feel a little different than the rest of them did. Make you,
Mm-hmm.
like it's just something about you that's a little different. I don't know what it is yet, but we gonna figure it out.
Right? Like I'm gravitated towards you. It's like, I don't know what it is, but I'm
Yeah, it's
here.
like I don't know what, but like it's something about you. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically what that came from. Like I wrote that a little while ago. That is produced by CPR. He made that beat a couple years ago. He sent it to me. I'm like, this beat is so different. Everybody's like, I can't hear you on that. I said, watch me. Okay. And it was also like around the beginning of my relationship, a little like maybe like 2 years in. So it was
Yeah.
still me trying to figure out what that thing is about, what about him that made him so different than the rest of them. So I just put it all in the music.
Right. So how was it for you balancing that out though? Balancing out doing the music, being in the relationship, and then putting the relationship in the music. Like, how was that for you?
I mean, real life experience makes it so much easier to write music. Like,
Mm,
like actually going through it. So that was the easiest balance, was actually being able to put what I'm actually going through into words, into a song. So I mean, that was the way I balanced it, pretty much just looking at it as it's real life. Like, just put what you're thinking out into your music. Like, put what you're feeling out into your music. So I mean,
exactly.
yeah, it is hard to balance a lot of the times, because sometimes I can write about something I actually haven't experienced. That's a harder balance, but experiencing something and putting it into words for music is everything. So I mean, that was how I balanced that for sure.
Yeah. So now insecure also stood out to me as well. I mean,
Okay.
sometimes we love someone so much that it creates like insecurities inside of us,
Mhm. For
but
sure.
we tend to overcome. So like how was that song how did that resonate for yourself?
Okay, well, with insecure, that was from a past situation to where I
Yeah.
felt insecure. I 100% agree. Like, the longer you are with somebody, the more insecurities come up. Like, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like I love you more than you love me. It's
Mm,
like I feel like I'm more attracted to you than you are attracted to me. Like, and it's like, and it may not even be something that they're doing to make you feel that way.
right.
It's just kind of like, it's like, I really love you a lot. So like, are you gonna break my heart? Like, like,
Right.
like now you got me a little insecure. The fine girl that walked in the room, like, like after us having like a, argument or something, and I'm looking at you
You go together?
like, don't look at her. Like, what you looking at? Like, but it's so
No,
crazy though. I am very confident too though. So
but sometimes there are those moments. Like I'm a lady.
exactly, exactly. Like, come on now. Like, are we here? Like, come on now. Like, but I feel like we all go through that. Like, us as
Yes.
women, I feel like it's easy to go through that. And I think men go through it too, don't get me wrong.
Me
But like,
too.
us as
Yes.
women, yeah, for sure. But I just feel like it's like our emotions are a little different when it comes to insecurities. It's just a little
Yes.
different, because I feel like we think too deep into stuff. We think
Right.
real deep into stuff, and it get us real insecure, and we sometimes don't even be having a reason to be. It just happens.
Look, and so what I learned about self though, so crazy, is that sometimes our insecurities are created by ourselves because, like you're saying, we're overthinking, we're deep thinking,
Uh-huh.
and the
Exactly.
situation could not even be what we're thinking in our
Exactly.
mind.
Trying to put puzzle pieces together that don't fit.
That's not clicking.
It's not fitting. Try another one.
So look, so when I was listening to this album, right? I mean, this is where I was going. This is what it came to me, and tell me if I'm right or wrong, because it's my interpretation. It was
Mhm.
like, oh, I'm in love, I found love, and then it was like, oh, these insecurities came, and oh, you cheated, you should have chose me, but now I'm out the door. Like, is that the thing
Okay.
of this
Come
album?
on. Yes, you are right on. You are right on. It's so funny because when we were coming up with the order of the
Yeah.
album, like, I wanted to tell a story. I'm like, let's tell a story. But then we like at the same time, no, let's go with the vibe of the song. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
when we put everything in the order of like a story, it just went so perfect. And like, it is. You caught it. Like, it's a story from beginning to end. And
Yeah.
the last song is called Glad It's Over, featuring Tiffany Evans. So
Yes.
like, it's like we started with the intro, which is just talking about me. Then we got Y'all Don't
Mm-hmm.
Know About Us. Like, the relationship is fresh. It's something about you. Like, it's like we literally go in an order that's expressing with the relationship been through all of the phases of the relationship. That is so funny that I said that word though, because I have an old project called Phases. That Yeah, that
No,
was a
I,
story
I
too.
have a question for about phases, so go ahead.
That we are really here. But now, like, so it's like I literally like when I say like I love putting my experience into words and into music, I really mean that. Like, I'm gonna take it from where a relationship started at its best, honeymoon phases, like honeymoon stage, like all the way to the end of it. And the
Mm,
good and the bad, we still messing with each other. What, like, like I literally took all of my experience and kind of like just put it into the whole project. I was so excited to release it. So
yeah.
excited to release it. So
And I
excited.
think
So
like the industry needs more projects like this. It needs more albums like this so people can
yes,
relate, can see because it's sometimes it's hard to bear your truth in your art, but it's worth it because you
for
get to touch
sure.
so many people.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like if you can't relate to this song, you can relate to the next one,
Hmm.
or you can relate to the one before. It's something on there you can relate to.
Exactly. Now, expression of regret, because you brought it up.
Oh
You
Lord.
brought
Yeah, I
this.
did.
Again,
I
I don't know
did.
why this it touched me. I was like, oh, okay. So, just what was your inspiration? Like, elaborate on that song that's featured on that project.
Oh, that song is so old. I That was like actually one of my favorites, like when it came to lyrics when I first wrote it, for sure.
Mm,
Um, Now with that song, it's more like I'm expressing to you why I regret us ever being together, us ever,
mm,
talking, sleeping together, like kissing at that point. Like,
man,
so basically expressing to that person, like, you hurt me this bad. I wish it never happened. And regret is a very strong word.
that
Like, don't
is.
nobody want to regret nothing in life. So, like, like that's what I basically wanted to make that song about. Like, I'm really expressing to you that you hurt me this bad that I regret it. I got to the
Mm,
point where I regret it ever happened. And I've actually experienced that. So that song, when I wrote that, it was my sophomore year in college. I was sitting
mm.
in the study room. I just heard the music and I'm like, I'm ready to put all this into words. Yep. And it all came out together. It came good. It came out good. I was going to say, what's the tea? But you said you
What's
spill
the
everybody
thing?
else's tea except for yours.
Yeah, see, I spelled everyone's tea but my own.
I
Okay.
cannot. Oh my gosh. But yeah, girl. Regret,
So,
regret, regret.
so like, explain being an independent artist in 2023. Like, explain what that is for you, what it looks like, and how you're pushing through it right now.
I can definitely say the way I'm pushing through with my team. I got people
Hmm.
who believe in me. Like, I got like my family, like, they all like, you know, support it. They love it. They listen to it. They share it. Like, so it's like it is really hard being an artist in 2023, but I am blessed to have people that support me. So it's like
Mm,
that makes it a little easier. But however, I do have kind of like have my insecurities in 2023. We got a major social media platform. Like we got multiple social media platforms that are
yeah.
like this is what it's supposed to be like. This is what you got to do. This is how you're
Hmm.
supposed to live your life. You need to make this
Yeah.
amount of money to be successful. You need to go and move to this state to do this. You got to go this place to do that. It's like,
Hmm.
like in 2023, forget that. In 2022 as well. For real,
Hmm.
after COVID, it just made me realize more that like it is harder to be a independent artist because like it's expectations and
Yeah.
like reality is it's really given. It's hard to live beyond reality. It's hard to be optimistic. Like
Yeah.
it's really hard to be optimistic, but the support I have behind me, blessed.
And that's genuinely what it is, having that support,
Yeah.
having people believe in you, and you believing in yourself. See,
And
that's the
myself,
key.
exactly, exactly,
Hmm.
exactly. And that's crazy because I do believe in myself. Like
Mm.
I'm proud of how far I've come in my music for sure. I'm proud
Yes.
of like the team I have. Like my managers are awesome. My mom and CPR are amazing. Like so they always on top of it. If I get down about my music, they own it. Like, what are you doing? We got work to do. Let's get it together. All right, what we doing next week? We got a meeting on Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Yep, on the phone figuring it out. So it's like it's hard, but I'm blessed. I think
Yeah,
I'm pretty blessed with the people I got surrounding me for sure.
that's a good thing. Actually, it's a great thing. So
Yeah.
another great thing that I feel that happened for you is Ne-Yo recognizing you. He's on the intro. So
Mm-hmm.
how was that? You hearing this? You're seeing that
Uh
this is Ne-Yo. He's a songwriter like yourself. Like what? How was that, girl?
Yo, I look up to Ne-Yo. Like I love Ne-Yo. Absolutely love Ne-Yo. He's in my top 5. Like the day I found out about Ne-Yo being on my project was the day we had a memorial service for my uncle, which was like one of my father figures.
Wow.
And CPR came to the memorial service. We finished everything. We just all kicking it around each other, enjoying family while we're grieving. And
Right.
CPR came and he let us know like we got like we about to be working with Ne-Yo. Ne-Yo gonna be on your project. We gonna get this done
Wow.
and it just made everything seem more significant. then, and it is very significant, but it made it seem way more significant than what it really was, because it was just like I just lost my uncle. I needed to hear this. I'm
Yeah.
down. You know, I'm like, this was like what I needed to hear. So like, you know, it was very significant to hear that. It's one of my favorite songs on the project. Y'all go listen to it. It's the first song on the album. But yeah, I mean that was everything to me. I absolutely am blessed to have Ne-Yo on my project, especially with him being my top 5.
Cause girl, I was like, wow, this is huge, because again, Ne-Yo is a songwriter. Here you are, a songwriter. It's as if he stamped you and solidified you in the game, you know?
Like, oh, like, yeah, she's good. I'll work with her. Like, I'll do it. Yeah, she's good.
Yes.
Like, oh yeah, and that felt good. Like, it definitely did something for me, for sure.
I would love to hear it. Yes. Then you work with Tiffany Evans.
She's awesome.
How was that experience?
It was great. One, because the song, you heard it.
Come on.
When she sent that first, then I was like, oh my God. And I was waiting and waiting. I would wake up thinking about it. Let me go check my email. Let me see if she sent it. Like, you know, and when we got that verse, we already knew that song was top tier. I'm like, we got to radio. Everybody got to hear this in the world, in Europe, everywhere. Like, you know, so like working with her, like I can tell she really liked working with me. I can tell she loves the music. Like, she loves the song. She, like, you know, she's supportive.
Yeah.
Supportive, and you know, she got her own thing going on. She got a family and everything. Her and her man got their own music, and she still loved our song together. And I was like, oh, it's doing something to me. I love it. But yeah, it was really like fun being able to experience that. Her and Ne-Yo on one project. That's a lot.
That's a lot. And I mean, that's actually a blessing, you know. I was like, okay, I see you.
Okay. And Richmond, okay, come on. Yeah, we about to take off. I'm ready for it.
So the day that y'all finished the album sequencing of how you want it to be, and it was like, all right, this is done. This is the complete project. Like, what were you feeling in that moment? Like, how were you feeling?
Relieved. A big weight was lifted off my shoulder. 150-pound weight that I know I cannot carry. It was literally lifted off my shoulders. I'm like, oh my gosh, we finally finished recording this. We finally order, and we had multiple conversations about the order. We had to keep going back and forth. This song go here, then we like, nah, let's move it 2 songs down. Like, you know, it was just like, it was hard, but once it was done, that was the best feeling ever, because I could not wait to put it out. We have been working for so long on this project. I'm like, I need everybody to hear this, you know. And I'm not gonna lie, I am very confident, like, in myself and my music, but sometimes it kind of like, you know, like, oh, like, are they gonna like this? Like, you know, like, I really hope they like this. I hope people can relate. You know, I can get kind of down. You can ask my managers. I get it. And it was like with this project, like I was just like so ready for it to go out. I was so ready. I could not wait to put it out. So that was a big thing for me. That was
what I learned as artists, you know, we are the biggest judge of what our body of work or what we're creating. We critique ourselves so much because then we like, what are they thinking? And it's just sometimes we have to release and like, you know what? I'm putting it out. I'm standing by it. However you feel, however you feel.
That's what I'm saying. You just gotta put that guard down and be like, just give it to the world. Let them hear what you. Okay.
Let them hear what you gotta say.
Exactly. Oh, girl. And I just want people like to appreciate R&B music way more. Like that's what R&B. That's all I listen to all day. And like I want to be able to bring a different, unique, vintage style R&B that's gonna have relating and bumping their heads to. You know.
It's always this conversation about R&B is dying, and that's not true. That's not the case. Yeah, it's like people have to start digging to find those hidden gems, like yourself.
Thank you. Thank you. And I agree though. Like I really do feel like it's like, because it's like when you really dig, you're gonna find that R&B you like. Coco Jones she just recently released like a project. and I am obsessed with it. I'm like, this is R&B music. Like this is like this is what I'm saying we need back. We need music like this
Yes.
all the time. Like it's just a vibe. And there's so many people who love R&B music. We cannot let them fans down. We cannot let them people live off R&B down. And I'm trying to keep that alive before they.
All right. Well, you are, girl. You are keeping it alive. Not only are you into your music, and not only is the album important to you, but you're also giving back with helping with your sister.
100%.
So let's talk about your foundation a little bit more. Tell them about the name and the purpose behind it.
Okay, for sure. So my sister, her name is Cameron. She's
Mm-hmm.
17. Like I'm 20, almost 24. You can kind of see the age gap or whatever. So it's my little sister. I love her to death. And she grew up with insecurities about her alopecia. My sister has had alopecia since she was about 2 years old, if I'm right. If I'm right about that, I think it was around 2 or 3 years old. And she has always been bullied in school. People are always asking, do you have cancer? Building up these insecurities in herself that my sister's beautiful. She does not need to have those insecurities. But of course, we know you can't be controlled. Insecurities, they come about because of the way that it's coming to you. It's being thrown. Like these insecurities build up from things that are happening. So my mom is a manager to me and both of my sisters, and my little sister included in that, of course. So they have this foundation called the Cameron Alopecia Heroes, and Team Cameron Alopecia is absolutely amazing. It's so many people with alopecia that have the same issues as my sister that come together. And the fact that it's so young, it brings a lot of people in with that. And I am always 100% trying to make her like feel how beautiful she is. I want her to feel as beautiful as she can. And the fact that there are more people who relate to her, I'm sure they are building that confidence for her. Like my sister she loves herself. And recently, she ran for homecoming queen. It's her senior year of high school. I ran for queen when I was in high school, and I won. And like I was rooting for my sister. You should run, because people love Cameron at school. They love her. But of course, she still got the haters and the people that got a problem with it. And my sister bad. Okay, look, I'm sorry to say all but my sister. So it's like when she ran for homecoming queen, that was the first time she took her head off in front of the whole school. She showed her bald and beauty, like she showed it. They loved it. They rooted for her. She did not win. She came in second place, but in our eyes and everybody's eyes, she won because she came
won the heart.
End of the day. She was ready. She was happy that she did it. She was proud of herself for doing it. We were all proud of her for doing it. And it's like we were all raised to support each other. Me and my sister grew up close. We always support each other. And one thing about it is we're not going to let each other down. So I'm going to stick beside my sisters at the end of the day. And I want my sister to always be confident. So y'all definitely go check out Team Cameron Alopecia. It's for all women, not even just women with alopecia. The message is always own your crown, stay confident, strong, and just know yourself and love yourself at the end of the day.
That is the biggest takeaway, honestly.
Period. Okay? Because that's if you ain't gonna love yourself, who's gonna love you? You gotta love yourself. You gotta.
So back to Yonae. When someone who is this is their first introduction to Twice and hearing this interview, seeing this interview, what do you want them to specifically? I know we talked about relationships, but what do you want them to specifically take away from this album?
Follow your gut feeling. Love yourself. Do not ever feel like you are the problem, because if you're doing what you feel like is what you're supposed to be doing, whoever you are, keep doing what you're doing. And again, love yourself. Like put yourself first. And it's okay to put yourself first. Do not give up trying to find it either, because us as young folk, we know it's real hard to find the right path. It's real hard to find yourself, find what go in. Do not give up doing that. Like do what you gotta do. And again, I cannot say it enough. Love yourself, because
yourself.
Girl, you don't know. It's millions and billions and trillions of people in this world. You do not know who for you. So
Yeah.
follow that instinct and really just love yourself so that you can figure out where you're supposed to go. I,
And
I think that's it.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm like, this is a fact. This is truth.
Period. For sure.
So again, Yonae is on all streaming
That's
platforms.
all platforms, everywhere.
Make sure you guys listen to this album. How can they find you online and stay connected with you?
Well, y'all can find me at 2wicee. That is 4 E's on Instagram. And on Instagram, that'll lead you to the rest of all of my information. The link is in my bio. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, all of that good stuff on my Instagram. So just make sure y'all follow my Instagram. I thank you so much for having me.
And thank you for the album, Yonae.
Thank you. Yes, that is out. Please go listen to it. Ne-Yo and Tiffany Evans is on it, as y'all heard throughout this whole interview. I just really want to hear what y'all think about it. So feel free to DM me or comment on any of my posts to let me know what you're thinking about it. And I will 100% respond. And I really appreciate anybody who takes the time out to actually listen to my project, my art.
That's all the tea we're spilling today, tea sippers. Make sure you follow Catch the Tea TV. And we are out.
We are out. Y'all have a good one.